Councillor Harris, I understand that you're a Cabinet member looking after children and families. Could you tell me what this entails, please?
Yes, it's a very wide-ranging portfolio covering all aspects of the Council's provision for children and families. Education is the main part of that for me, particularly coming from an education background myself. It's really important to me. And it covers the whole range of provision from the 0s to 5s, right through to post-16, and adult education comes into this portfolio as well. And it's really important that we get the best provision we can for all the young people in the area so that their future prospects are optimised. Building schools for the future has obviously been a very important part of the work over the last year. Developing the plans with an excellent team of officers, which has been really exciting, looking to maximise the resources we have. And of course this has also included looking at some reorganisation of primary provision in the area, which is from a different source of funding to enable us to provide the best we can. And of course we have to look at ensuring we've got sufficient provision for the years to come in the right areas as well, because as populations move and so on. It's also really important that we cover all the social care aspects of provision for children and families. Health and well-being is a really important factor for children and their wider families in order for them to be able to fulfil their potential and have good future prospects. And of course, for those who need that little bit more, whether it's perhaps children with disabilities or those who need to come into the care of the authority, it's really important that we do our very best to provide for those. And I've been really excited over things like the developments for provision for access to Cliff House, for instance, for youngsters with disabilities, and the work we've done as corporate parents to ensure that people understand the role, and the developing work in visiting children's homes. And two things I think that have been really good this year are the development of the Youth Council, which was started 2 or 3 years ago, but it's really coming on in confidence and skill, and the linking with other council committees and systems, and also the launch of the Children in Care Council last October, and the website, which is a really good one, are two really interesting developments this year that involve our young people and enable them to have the kind of links that they need with the adults who are responsible for them. I think that's really good.
Excellent, but it all sounds very, very time consuming. Do you still have as much time to devote as a ward councillor?
You make time. The things that tend to be perhaps put on one side are one's personal hobbies and interests rather than that, because to me, first and foremost, I am a ward councillor. The role is multi-layered, being that first of all you represent your ward, then you represent Kirklees, both at a borough level but also in a wider regional and maybe further than that level, but those are the things that really matter to me. And I try to ensure that I don't let those slip. It just means a bit of time management and juggling at times that can get a bit fraught on occasions, but you do it and you try and keep up with those things that you do, both for individuals and for groups within the area, and listening to them and acting on concerns and doing the strategic ward-wide things, whether that's in terms of highways or wider developments within housing or whatever within the area.
That's good. What do you think the public appreciates most about you as a ward councillor?
I think that involvement with local groups and with individuals, being able to listen to them and trying to address the issues they have. You may not always be able to solve them all, but it's about being able to explore all the avenues. And I do think probably the most appreciated is that wider contact with groups such as tenants and residents associations, the forums we hold and attend, neighbourhood watch and so on. The very visible aspects of it.
Yeah, thank you. Can I ask what has been your greatest achievement, do you think, this last year?
In the ward, I would think two main things. One, the Councillor call for action about health provision in Ashbrow Ward. And while it's not a route I would have liked to have gone down, because it is a last resort route, it has been very much about bringing very much into the public view the difficulties some of our people have in accessing primary health provision, because so much is attached to GP surgeries, and they are very much based in one corner of our ward and not within walking distance. And the way that doing that Councillor Call for Action has enabled a lot of people in the area to become involved in expressing their views. And I think that's been really good. And the other thing is being involved in overall development of things, particularly, say, in the Deaton and Brackenhall initiative area, and seeing things actually beginning to really come through now. I'm very proud of those.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for your time.